Welcome to the Bottle Poppin' Podcast, where Meg and Heather share their love for oils, friendship, and entrepreneurship. Let's get it poppin'.
Hey everyone, this is Meg.
Hi there, this is Heather.
And we are the Bottle Poppin' Podcast. So Heather, what are we popping open today?
We're going to end the year with listing all of the favorites that we have had for 2023.
Yeah, and this is actually our third year in a row to do this. So if you want to go back and listen to what our faves were each year, you're welcome to do that. It's approximately 52 episodes before this, and then 52 episodes before that. Not approximately, it is.
It is kind of fun to see how there's a little bit of overlap year to year, and then other times there's a couple of new things on there.
Okay, well, let's get started. Where did you start?
So my very first thing that I just have absolutely loved, I know I didn't use it the whole year. It just came out with convention this year in September, but I have so enjoyed the Serenity Sleep Stick. It's got the valerian root in it. It smells so good. The stick is so soft, and I use it every single night, and I gave multiple away for Christmas presents this year.
I love that. I really, really like the stick as well. And it just like adds another layer of helping you sleep well. So awesome.
Yes.
All right. For me, the first one that I thought of is something that's been on the list every year, and I've talked about it multiple times on here, but I literally use this oil every single day, and that is rose oil. And I specifically use the Rose Touch because I'm not rich. Yeah, so rose, like pure rose, is very expensive. I do have a bottle and I use it sparingly, but the Rose Touch, which is pre-diluted, is amazing. And I have a ritual that I put on my face and say a loving mantra. And I feel like it truly has helped shift my self-love and also my love for others and my acceptance of love from others. So I love rose oil, and it will probably be on the list every year till the end of time.
So good. That's so good. I love it. Tulsi is the next thing on mine, and I think it was on mine last year too. However, this year it's there because not only did I use it fairly frequently, but I really got my family into using it kind of accidentally. There was a stressful moment in the car one day, and I had Tulsi in my purse, so I asked my daughter, I didn't have whatever she usually turns to, and I said, "Hey, have you smelled Tulsi before?" And she's like, "I don't know." So I pass it back, and she's like, "Okay, that's fine." And then my husband says, "Well, I don't know if I've smelled it. Let me smell it." And I reach over to let him smell it, and I accidentally touch some to the tip of his nose. And so he's like, "Okay, well, I guess I'll keep smelling this the rest of the afternoon." And whatever we were going to do or whatever, I don't know if it was around a bunch of people or something, but afterwards he commented, I probably would have felt a little stressed or overwhelmed during that. He says, but I mean, the fact that I kept smelling the Tulsi the whole time, he's like, I feel like it helped me stay pretty chill. So Tulsi for the win there too.
I love that. And it's funny because I like Tulsi. I don't use it often, but ever since we did our stress oil experience, which was episode 109, and we used Tulsi oil in there and put it on the crown of our head, I have used it way more since then. And yeah, I'm a big fan as well. And I definitely wouldn't put it in my top 10 or top 5 for the year, but it was so effective. So love that. Okay. Well, next is another thing that is for stress management, and that is the Adaptiv capsules specifically. I like the Adaptiv oil, but the capsules are so effective. And it's interesting because it doesn't fix the stressful situation, but it fixes my ability to manage stressful situations. And I love that.
I completely agree. And I have found that when I am getting some increased hormonal attitude issues, I feel like I have turned to taking one as soon as I recognize those symptoms. And it has helped so much, just kind of take me down a notch. In fact, I don't know, are you allowed to take 2? Because there was definitely a day that, okay, good. There was definitely a day that I took 2 because I was like, I know that this is going to take more than 1, and it worked exactly the way I needed to. So yes, Adaptiv capsules was actually on my list as well.
Yeah. So we've got an overlap this year, but so worth it. If you've never tried the Adaptiv capsules, get them. What's interesting about them as well is I do not feel like it's something I need to take on a daily basis. Maybe some people do, but when I feel super stressed or have anxious feelings or anything like that, taking one really helps so much.
I completely agree. Yeah. And in fact, there was a time that I felt like I was taking one daily for a period of time. And then it did its job. And I recognized that I didn't need to take it daily anymore. And now it's just as needed. And it works great as needed.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, next I have peppermint, and I think this has been on mine every time as well. So I love, love, love peppermint in my coffee every morning. I just like that hot cold combination. I also like peppermint in my iced coffee, but primarily in my hot coffee. I love it. And then I like diffusing it. It's just so energizing and fresh smelling. And so I use peppermint regularly, and we go through multiple bottles a year. I'm super grateful that that's the oil that we get for free when we renew our membership as well, because it's like I never want to run out of peppermint.
Yes. I like it. I can't say I use it as much as you, but I do like it as well. My next one is actually Copaiba. I don't know if this has been on my years past. Copaiba is so wonderfully calming for me, but it also, I really, really like the flavor of it. And so I had heard somebody adding a drop to the MetaPower collagen when they would blend that up with a frother. And so I started doing that a while ago, and it just is so relaxing and yummy at the same time. I feel like it just is, I tend to do it in the afternoon. So it's like 3:00, lift me up, but yet also chill me out. I feel like it gets me through the rest of the afternoon without feeling like I'm getting overwhelmed or tired with the whole end of day routine things that we go through. So I've enjoyed using Copaiba in that way. In addition to all the other ways I use it, but adding it to the MetaPower collagen has been really fun.
Nice. I feel like I go through phases where I use it more often than not, but I haven't been using Copaiba as much lately. But I'm definitely going to try it now in the MetaPower.
Yes.
You mentioned that. So next for me is TerraZyme. And I've used this supplement for forever. I mean, I don't even know how long I've used it, but for a really long time. And because I take so many supplements, like as a nutritionist, part of it is I want to try different things before I have clients try it if I can, or at least different brands and stuff like that. But TerraZyme has been a consistent for forever. But recently, partially because of the holidays and just eating junk that we don't eat as often, but also life has been really stressful. And I ran out of some of my other supplements that I take on a regular basis. And so there's been certain meals or certain days where I've just taken TerraZyme, and it has reminded me how amazing and powerful this little pill is. It, and just one with every meal helps you break down your food and just feel better, process the food better. So yeah, I'm falling in love with TerraZyme. I think I've just kind of taken advantage and not thought about it as much because it was with a handful of pills versus
right
now I'm primarily just taking TerraZyme.
I have been definitely taking it more with the holidays as well. I think it's interesting with TerraZyme or some of the other digestive enzyme stuff that you start to recognize which foods are irritating to you, because I find that, if I eat X, I need to take a TerraZyme, or just overindulging. So I have been having it more as well. And I think the whole it breaks down food and helps you digest them better was still a little hard for me to fully understand. I saw such a good visual that somebody posted online where they had a bowl of oatmeal, and oatmeal is fairly thick. And then they took the TerraZyme and broke it open so that the powder went into the oatmeal, and they just stirred it. And then they had like a time lapse of over the next few minutes. And within a few minutes, the oatmeal was full on watery. Like it was amazing how it went from thick and to watery by the TerraZyme breaking it down. And after I saw that visual, I was sold even more than I already was. I knew it made me feel better after I ate certain foods or overindulged, but after actually seeing the visual of it break down food, TerraZyme must have for sure.
Yeah. I've done that little experiment a few times, and it's amazing every time. And the cool thing too is it's not just breaking down your food, but it's supporting your body in absorbing the proper nutrients and then pushing out the nutrients that you don't want. So it's really unique and a really high quality digestive enzyme for a very reasonable price, especially if you bundle it with any of the other products.
The next one that I have on my list is also new at convention and not a new product by any way, but a new flavor, the Spearmint toothpaste. This feels like a little silly one to add to the list, but I will say that brushing my teeth has always just been part of what you do during the day, right? I mean, you just brush your teeth in the morning, you brush your teeth at night. If you've eaten something that you feel like, makes your breath not smell great, you might go brush your teeth, but it's always just brushing your teeth. There's nothing exciting about it. The Spearmint toothpaste actually makes me excited to brush my teeth. I look forward to going and brushing my teeth because it feels like it does a really good job of cleaning my mouth, but it also just the spearmint flavor is so nice. But it also, this sounds weird, maybe it doesn't. It's also so natural spearmint tasting versus I feel like regular toothpaste that happens to be spearmint flavor that I've had in the past taste very artificial spearmint, I guess, or overpowering because it's so strong with whatever they've done to create it. This is just such a nice amount of spearmint freshness. I like the toothpaste a lot.
I can't tell. All right. Well, my final oil on the list, I kind of hate to share because it's not something you can purchase regularly. However, I feel like this is something that doTERRA just keeps on bringing back. So at some point you'll be able to purchase it. So I'm going to share it. And it is Malama, which is the nurturing blend. And again, it's like a limited time oil, but right now for the holidays, they have it in a lotion form. I think they've got bath soap bars with it in it as well. Like there's all different formats of it. And I absolutely love this oil. This has become my personal perfume. And so I'll dab it behind my ears and on my wrists. But every time I smell it, I get this visual of like a queen lifting and putting her crown on her head. So it's like royalty, but it's also the feminine, kind, nurturing energy. Like the combination of the two is what I visualize every time I smell it. And it smells so, so good. And I'll say this as well. I know this is coming out just a few days before the end of the year, but if you're listening to this and it's not January 1st yet, the Malama hand lotion that they have right now for holiday products is amazing. And last time I checked, it wasn't sold out yet. I went ahead and bought 2 of it because it's so thick. So it smells amazing, but then it also is super thick and moisturizing. So Malama, that's my last one.
This is an underused one for me, but I love the visual of what you were just talking about with the crown. So I might have to go and try this one a little bit more since I have it.
Yeah. And I can't remember exactly what the Essential Emotions book says about it, but it doesn't say the queen part necessarily, but whatever it says, it goes hand in hand with that visual as well. So I highly recommend Malama. All right. And that's our list of favorites for 2023. Right now, I can't imagine my list changing very much next year, but you never know. So
can I just say that we continue to be grateful for you listening, and
yes,
we have really seen our listeners grow, our countries of listeners grow, which has been fun to watch, but we just want to say thank you. We got into this because we enjoy educating and we love these products and wanted to be able to share them with people so that they had a better understanding of them as well. So thank you for listening, and we hope you are getting something out of this.
Yeah. I'm so glad you said that because for sure we wouldn't do this if people weren't listening. So we do so appreciate you downloading and listening to this and sharing it with your friends as well. And if you have specific things you want to hear from us or hear us talk about, let us know. Like, feel free to email us or reach out to us on social media. We'd love to get your feedback and make more tailored content to what you're looking for. So Happy New Year if you're listening to this before the New Year. I guess even if it's after the New Year, Happy New Year.
Thanks for tuning in. For more information, you can follow these bottle poppin' ladies at bottlepoppinpodcast.com. Tune in next week to learn about what bottle we're poppin'. Until next time, take care. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This podcast is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.